Plays flat to Campbell. Campbell on the outside and try time to the skipper. Tyler Campbell. Cut pass out to Stoward. Right foot, left foot, try. Reed Stoward in full flight. Inside to Campbell. Tyler Campbell.
Media Vintage Sports Network presents Play-by-Play podcast with Jordan Hughes.
Alrighty, welcome in Play-by-Play Rugby, proudly supported by the Media Vintage Sports Network. Back with you once again. Jordan Hughes alongside Reen Stow with me. No Tyler Campbell today, he's got some university stuff going on. But a very special guest joining us on the couch today. Aussie 7 superstar, Paris Olympian, and absolute legend of human, Hayden Sargeant. Hello, Sarge.
Hey mate, how are you?
Good man, how are you?
Not too bad. Enjoying the Gold Coast back here.
I was going to say, we've been trying to tee this up for a while, so it's good to have you finally on.
No, it's good.
How's being home for a bit?
Yeah, it's lovely actually. It's nice to see the fam and friends, so
yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
Reed, you back from New Zealand, mate? How are you?
Yeah, a little worse for wear, but I'm good.
Wholesome trip, I'm sure?
Oh, very wholesome.
Yep.
It's a really lovely place, Queenstown.
Yeah, lovely. Before we get into Sarge, we want to touch on obviously the Bond Awards on the weekend. The Big Dog went back-to-back for Best and Fairest. You weren't there, so anything you want to say, mate? Pretty cool achievement?
Yeah, it was good. Honoured.
we
Grateful.
We played your video.
Yeah, how was the video?
Yeah, got a good pop.
Good to hear the
We got him to record like a acceptance video.
Oh, yeah.
You sent me the first one. It was wasted on the mountain. I'm like, no, Reen, go again.
No.
I made another one in
better.
the middle of a mosh pit. And then I was like, nah, I won't even send it.
I love it. Alrighty, Sarge, we get to you. It's been a big 18 months for you. We'll start with the Olympics. Obviously fourth overall.
Mm-hmm.
I guess how was the experience overall?
Yeah, it was pretty surreal to be honest.
Yeah.
The highs and lows of sevens summed up in our result. I think still a bit of sweet taste left in my mouth. But no, really proud of our efforts overall.
If you look at, I guess, your first Olympics, away from the footy, how was being amongst it? Being, you're an Olympian, man. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, everyone keeps telling me that.
Yeah.
It hasn't really sunk in just yet. But I really enjoyed that we were like one of the first teams in the village that we got to see the whole and experience it all. Whilst everything was brand new and quiet, and but it got busier and busier as we got deeper into the competition.
We had the Levi girls on a few weeks ago and talking about obviously their experience.
Yeah.
How was the village itself for someone that you obviously hear the stories, what we hear from the outside, to be actually in it? I know you guys were early on in the thing. How was the vibe in there?
That was awesome. I guess it's what you expect and what you want. There's athletes everywhere. It's like you can't get a more high performance environment. I guess what you hear about the beds is true. Little disappointing with the mattresses.
Yeah.
Like everyone speaks about the cardboard bed frames.
It's a mattress issue, isn't it?
Yeah, mattresses. It's
That's
not the cardboard
crazy.
bed
Like that's
frame.
so hard to understand that they don't make it comfortable. Like these are the best athletes in the world at what they're doing, and they have to sleep on something shitty like that.
Was it rough for you sleeping on it? each night?
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, okay.
It's like, so to explain it, you got your cardboard frame and there's like just 3 styrofoam blocks. And what even sounds funnier.
What the fuck?
It's good. It's like environmental friendly. Is that what they're going?
Yeah, that was the plan.
Yeah,
So they all said no aircon. It was up to each country's Olympic committee if they wanted to go over the top and provide that, which Australia did.
Did we did?
Yeah, Australia did.
That's good.
And Australia jumped on board straight away that they found out the mattresses were poor. It was just probably unfortunate that we were the first team in there to really let them know. So teams later on...
You just got to relay the message to everyone else.
So I think athletics and stuff ended up getting mattress toppers and whatever they could to help. But, even like... I love sleeping with 2 pillows. It sounds funny, but there was only 1 pillow. And it was like the worst quality pillow you can imagine.
No.
Yeah,
and I walked around going to all the places, hey, can I get 2 pillows? They're like, no, we only have enough for 1.
Fuck.
So stuff like that was
rough
poor.
as.
I guess what the other controversial thing was the food.
Yeah. Is it? What's the go there?
Is it true they got like a big Macca's and you can just grab whatever you want?
Nah, so this was the first year there was no Maccas, apparently. So,
right.
But now the food scenario was, of course, majority of athletes want to have meat, easy protein intake when you're playing and training. So that would be the first to go. So if you weren't there as it got presented, they'd be like, sorry, no meat. And you'd be waiting 45 minutes and then eventually they were like, they had to ration it.
Yeah,
so you'd be like, oh yeah, I'll get 5 skewers. And they're like, sorry, you can only have 2.
Oh.
So stuff like that.
Imagine being like a big weightlifter and stuff. Like,
yeah, exactly.
big
So that was probably the disappointing side. And not that I had experience from other Olympics, but that's what everyone else was saying, really.
Right. What do you have if you don't have the meat? What was backup plan?
Up and goes.
No, I made sure I had meat.
Okay, you're right.
But Australia, the Australian Olympic Committee was also unreal.
Yeah.
They brought over their own chef.
Oh, cool.
Who was doing breakfast, lunch, and they had stuff there for dinner if stuff wasn't nice.
I saw you guys had
That's
a
so
barista
good.
set up.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, it was unreal.
It's good
Made
they
a
make the
huge
effort.
difference.
Yeah,
Like,
hard.
even downstairs in the you have your own little section where the Australians all stay. They even just bought like a few baristas and even just to wake up and have a coffee with your friends made the biggest difference. That you
Fucking
just felt
Australia,
comfortable.
mate. You.
How was who'd you room with? Who was your roomie?
Henry Patterson.
Oh yeah, how was
Yeah,
he? It was good. Happy
yeah.
with that?
Our first time rooming together, but it was perfect actually.
Nice. Reed, anything for the big dog?
When are you getting the tattoo?
When?
Gotta let everyone know.
Yeah,
Nah.
actually, you got to do that or?
Yeah, I'd like to. It's obviously hard. I travelled Europe straight after, and I think you can't get a tattoo if you want to go swimming straight away. So
Yeah.
Right.
I just enjoyed the Greek islands instead. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet.
What do you reckon, Reed? What should you do?
I reckon right on the front of the bicep where everyone
Yeah.
can see.
Hey, mate.
Yeah, you got the flex.
Yeah, right bicep. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, right up.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, it is what it looks like.
On the field, obviously, start to front, 70,000 people. I'm sure that's obviously the biggest atmosphere you played in your time.
Yeah,
How
absolutely.
was that, man?
The only way I can describe it felt like a video game.
Yeah, okay.
And I think it was emphasised because we got there. We were the first game. We were the opening game and first event of the Olympics.
Yeah,
so
you were too.
that was pretty cool. But we walked out there maybe 2 hours before we played, dead empty. Like
Yeah.
they didn't allow anyone in.
Okay.
So we were kind of like, oh, what's the atmosphere and crowd going to be like? Usually the first couple of games in a sevens tournament, it's generally quiet. The crowd builds during the day and it's packed at night. 2 hour warm up, you slowly see people walking in, and we lined up in the tunnel, and you can't see the stadium. They kind of got it blocked off, and you hear it, and everyone, then you start getting G'd up, and we ran out there, full house, first
Holy
game.
shit.
Everyone, first game, so everyone was screaming as we ran out and like goosebump type stuff. And we just looked at each other in the middle and Moose just said, this is what we play for. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
And it's cool the way they did the entrance too. How you guys run out, like the doors.
Yeah,
and,
that was
like,
first.
that was sick.
They split you 4 and
Yeah.
4, 6 and 6, 7, 7, and then right out. Yeah.
Bro, so cool. And that first game, who did we have first up?
Who did we have?
I think
Sa.
Oh, yeah.
Samar, I think.
Yeah, we got it done, didn't we?
Yeah, got the job done.
We were obviously talking throughout the Olympics how they were using you.
Yeah.
Like obviously you came off the bench.
Yeah.
What was the plan there? Was it always, I guess, a game by game, obviously, but second half sort of mostly? Like what was the actual plan?
I just think Ben Dowling was in such great form that we were just letting him go. We had a great rotation the whole year between myself, Frochi, and Dallo, and the whole year it was just whoever's playing well, gelling well in the rhythm, and he was killing it. So we were just like, do your thing.
Yeah, okay. And when you came that second half in that Samoa game,
Yep.
first, I think we made that big tackle, I think.
Oh, that might have been the Kenya game. Maybe we played Kenya first. Can't remember.
No, it was Samoa.
What's
The
that?
big tackle. I'm pretty sure that was Kenya.
Yeah, okay. First touch, what was your first touch? Do you remember?
No, I don't. I don't even remember.
Just fucking...
I think it was a tackle. I think it must have been a tackle.
Yeah.
So,
We'll obviously hoping he got more minutes.
Yeah.
Personally. But, Ree?
Same as like with the mix in with those like new 15s boys. We didn't know how it was sort of going to go, but like, they're world-class rugby players. Like,
yeah.
do you think that you utilised them as much as you potentially could have?
Yeah, I think it was perfect. I think it's really hard to describe the fitness levels that you need.
Oh, bro.
For sevens.
Yeah, that was what I was going to touch on next day.
So you obviously can't overuse them and then you're cooked and then you waste the sub. So I think we really did it perfect, impact towards the end of the game and make an impact when you get on.
Yeah, definitely.
How was having those boys in the camp?
Yeah, it was awesome. I guess you're probably assuming, or you're talking about Marky and Corey Toole. We're talking the newer additions.
Yeah.
But they were both awesome, They were always there keen to do a bit of extra study or ask the questions to do whatever they could or had to get to our standard, I guess. And you saw by their performance how well they went. So I think it was unreal, really, what they offered and what they brought to the table.
Obviously, that bronze or the semi first.
Yep.
I guess going back, reviewing it now, and the South African game as well, what was the sort of the takeaways for, I guess, what did you leave that game thinking, what went wrong, what could have done better? Thoughts on all of it?
Well, it was pretty much 7-7 half-time, Fiji game. Just before half, we scored. And then the chat was to kick deep, put them on pressure on their goal line, and hopefully try and get a mistake out of them, trying to rush something before half time. And we actually executed it perfect. Kick went deep. D was unreal. And unfortunately, just one missed tackle. You know, Fijians are so hard. Normally in Olympics, they're just another level. They score there on half. And then second half, they just got every kickoff back.
Yeah.
And then you know what sevens is like in a game. You don't get a kickoff back. And
The restart's so important now.
and then, we're done.
Yeah.
They just had tall timbers every time. Bang, knock back. And unfortunately, the game just slips away like that. And
Yeah, it's hard.
you walk off thinking,
Yeah, exactly,
like, what
yeah.
just happened? You know?
Yeah.
But even like sort of what could you do? Like you just don't have the ball. You starved of the ball for a whole half.
Yeah.
Like, in a game of sevens, bro, you just end up standing on the other side. Like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck.
Well, the key for always against Fijian is your defense.
Yeah.
Right? You know they're so attacking. And I think the results show, like, we've switched on so many times against them. I think the last 5 games before that, we'd won every game.
Yeah, we have a good record against
Yeah.
them.
So we knew what we had to do. And, just in sevens, when you don't get the kickoff, it just can run away from you like that.
Yeah. I guess you guys would have expected to win a medal, but look at the men's and women's were expected to win a medal. The men's, we weren't really sure, you know. So
Yeah.
a lot of people said you guys overachieved. Obviously, you don't think that,
Yeah.
but you must be pretty happy overall to show the men's side, because we know the women get so much attention because they're so
Yeah.
good, but to show how good this men's team can be as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the women deserve all the applause that they get. You know, they're amazing. They're always 1, 2 in the world. So, but yeah, no, it was great to show, and it was great to get a bit of extra support from the men's side. The competition's so tough, you know, heading into that Olympics. Out of the 12 teams, I think there was probably 8 or 9 that were genuine number 1 contenders that could have walked away. You know, you see Argentina, number 1 all year, and it comes to the Olympics and they lose 2 games and all of a sudden they're playing off for 7 and 8. I think it was. So such a tough competition, but yeah, it was great.
Any celebrities, any big names you've got to meet in the village? Or are you too early?
We were very early, so not as many. Maybe Nadal was probably the biggest one that we ran into.
Fucking oath.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So yeah, that was pretty funny. It was Australia building here. The Spain building was kind of just across from us. Group message straight away. Nadal's on his balcony. All the boys running out there.
I'm surprised he even stayed in the village. to be
Yeah,
honest.
I know. Is it Alcaraz too, the other?
Alcaraz,
yeah, both of them, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
they're both standing on the balcony together.
Nah, not together, but we saw. They were probably the 2 biggest that
That's
we saw.
really cool.
Yeah.
Lovely.
That's so funny, the group chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can imagine it.
Yeah.
Imagine midweek when all the big dogs were
Like the NBA. I just saw LeBron.
wild. I saw, obviously, after the Olympic, you went and checked out some of the other events. What did you enjoy?
The swimming. The
Yeah.
swimming was awesome. Fliss and I got tickets and
Yeah.
got to see the Titmus and O'Callaghan final. So that was pretty cool to see the Aussies go 1-2. That was just unreal. I think that was probably more spectacular to me, seeing the Aussie athletes in the village.
Yeah.
Just people that you obviously see on TV. You never get a chance to really see in person. That was awesome.
I want to talk, we'll sort of work backwards here, sort of about your journey. Anything else in the Olympics before I move on?
No.
Obviously, we know, we played with you over a long period of time. You've done the whole, Aussie 7 camps, and you go there, try and get a contract, come back, nothing, that whole back and forth for years. Obviously, you played under 20, you played Melbourne Rebels under 20s.
Yeah.
And finally, you got rewarded with a full-time contract. Can
Yeah.
you talk about that moment when did you ever lose hope that you thought this couldn't be possible to play pro footy? Always believed that it was possible?
I guess I lost hope.
Yeah.
But like deep inside of me, I wanted it so bad that I don't know. I was getting older, but I was like, I don't know, I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
Type feeling. I just wanted it so bad that I was so close that I just thought I can't stop.
Yeah.
The thought of giving up was harder than the thought to just keep going that little bit longer.
Yeah.
So that's probably sums that up.
And then what was that moment when you got the call? Who called you? How did that happen?
Yeah, it was sitting in a budget meeting for Hutchies, who I was working for at the time.
Yeah.
And phone rung out loud, actually. And I was like, oh, when your phone rings in a meeting, you're trying to...
Yes,
and it was Johnny, and I'm pretty sure I muted it and hung up.
Yeah.
And I was like, what could he be calling me for? Like, it'd been a while.
Did you think straight like the heart starts racing?
Yeah, well, I didn't know what to think. So Johnny actually called me a year prior to that and asked if I wanted to compete in the Oceania. But I had a bit of a niggle at the time, so I couldn't do it. So it's been some time since we spoke. And then I was like, you just never know.
Yeah.
Does he want you for training or... And then, I called him back and he said there's an opportunity. There was a couple injuries of wanted to come down and showcase what I had, I guess. And yeah, my boss was like, go.
Yeah, that's cool. They're supportive. Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
awesome.
oh, that's sick.
They were like, no, don't even think twice, you know, get on the next plane out of here and head down.
And then how long after that you went to LA? When was the debut? Was there a big gap? Because I think it was pretty quick, wasn't it?
Yeah, it might have been 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was.
So I think it might have been a call a midweek at work. I left that Sunday, trained for a week, and I packed my passport just in case.
That is
I didn't tell anyone at the
fucked.
time, but I packed it. I was like, please, please, like everything just fall in line for me.
Yeah.
Like just want everything to happen.
Yeah.
And then he was like, okay, you know, the guys are injured. They haven't really come good just yet. We want you to stay the next week before we leave to LA that Sunday. So they were like, do you need to go home? And I was like, no, I packed my passport. I had everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then called me into a meeting that following week and said, yeah, we're going to take you.
Bloody hell.
Fuck, were you like, shit, is my fitness up
Yeah.
to the like,
No, I'd still been doing a bit of stuff at home.
Yeah.
I was still swimming and running.
Yeah.
But definitely not at the level that
Yeah,
they're at.
literally, bro. When I went down that 1 week that we did, we like had just finished the warm up, and I'm standing off to the side vomiting, and then the strength and conditioning coach is like, "I think he's joking." And then like after the next day, he's like, "You really need to get fitter, mate."
I guess that's a good point. For you two have done it. For an average person that hasn't been on a high performance
Oh
event,
my goodness.
how bad is the sevens or how hard is it?
I think it's the hardest. Like nothing else compares to that. I don't think.
I often say it's the hardest sport in the world. Like physically, it's you got to tackle, you got to get
I
up.
reckon.
Like,
I reckon.
Yeah, it's tough. It's the question I probably get asked the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially from the 15s boys.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, what's the training like?
Yeah.
You know, some of the big props like, you know, how much running do you do? But yeah, I don't really know how to describe it, to be honest.
You're probably just so used to it now. It's just
Yeah,
normal.
when you do it every day, your body adapts pretty quick.
Yeah.
But like I heard a good saying the other day. It was like sevens players are pretty much athletes before they're footy players.
Yeah, okay.
Just with the amount of workload that you have to do.
100%.
You know, it's
yeah.
like 90% running and the skill component's a tiny part of what you have to do.
Yeah.
We've got to be fast and have the fitness as well.
Yeah,
Aerobic.
yeah.
It's full on.
And then add that on top, they're probably like the best passers in the world.
Yeah,
because
the
they're-
skills.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You got a pilfer, get everything.
yeah, it's unreal the skill set that you need for sevens and the engine, the main thing. Eh?
So then you pulled that Australian jersey on for the first time in LA.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? What was
I
it?
do. I don't think I'll ever forget that.
How was it?
I was a wreck.
Really?
I was an emotional wreck.
Really?
Just something I'd dreamed of for so long and,
Yeah.
and worked so hard to get. That when it happened, I was like, I just can't. I was just overwhelmed with emotion.
Yeah.
That when you try so hard, you get knocked back, and probably being a little bit older than most boys who make their debut, it probably tasted a bit sweeter, I think.
And you know what we always say what you've done well is because a lot of guys play the debut and then let's say those guys come back from injury, we never see you again.
Yeah,
But you've
yeah.
done well to get in that and stay there, man. You
Yeah.
establishment, like, what's been the secret to I guess being so consistent?
Yeah, thanks, mate. I'm not sure. I don't know. I think it's easy to get caught up
That
in.
dog in him.
Yeah, I was gonna
Nah,
say,
no, I don't know about
Sargeant
that.
He's got that dog in him.
No, I think it's easy to get caught up in like trying to think long term.
Yeah.
Because I didn't actually sign straight away. It was more just like we need you for one tournament.
Yeah.
So all I could really think of was it was just one step at a time. I didn't want to get caught up in thinking what's to come or playing for a contract, or I was like, all I have to do is just do the basics well each game, and that'll just put myself in the best position to move forward. Really.
Have you signed a multi-year deal? What do you like? How long you contracted onto it?
I just signed another year. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
good.
Thank you.
Love that. I guess the World Series too. Now you've sort of done a full year on World Series.
Yep.
Have you done most legs? I think.
Yeah, did all the legs this year. Half of the legs the year before,
Fuck,
and
it's gone fast.
yeah.
How is that lifestyle? The World Series.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I guess it's what I dreamed of.
Yeah.
It's what you hear is so prestigious about sevens, that you get to travel the world for free essentially, and
Yeah.
perform on some of the coolest and biggest stages around the world.
Do you have a highlight so far? Stadium, city.
Jesus, like obviously besides the Olympics, I enjoyed playing in Twickenham.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty
Yeah, that
cool.
would be
The-
unreal.
The home of rugby, and
It's not a thing anymore, is it?
no, it's gone. Yeah, it's gone. So lucky to get that one in. But yeah, that was pretty much a full house when we played, and there was a bit of a break before our game, and we warmed up on field, and I'm standing 5 meters away, and you can barely hear the person trying to call the
Yeah,
play that you want
that's
to run. So
gone.
that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I enjoy Vancouver.
Okay, yeah. On the
Besides the Astro,
Yeah,
not a
that's right.
huge fan of the Astro, but you warm up and the crowd pretty much like overhang where you warm up. So there's literally people like hanging over the edge, yelling out in support, and
Wow.
so that's pretty cool. Yeah,
because you always see the boys have all the white.
yeah, you
tape
have
on.
to,
That's
have to.
fucking rough, eh?
That's fucked.
Had Madrid. Did you like Madrid?
Yeah, it was nice. We just probably stayed like the equivalent of the industrial area, so
Right, okay.
it was kind of hard. You couldn't just walk to get a coffee in the city. It was 30-minute drive. So, but no, other than that, it was really nice.
I got one.
Yeah.
We know that you're a fucking massive party animal. So which place has the biggest parties? Like, would you say?
It's so hard because it obviously depends on how you go.
Yeah,
I
yeah, oh
find,
yeah,
How the
yeah,
mood
yeah,
is,
100%.
Yeah, like it's not that enjoyable. I don't enjoy it.
Coming last.
Yeah, a beer when you finish 8th doesn't taste as nice.
Yeah.
Nice when you finish higher up. So, it probably just depends on how we go.
Well, did you have a year or one leg that you won or came close and it was a good party?
I enjoyed Vancouver because that was my second tournament.
Yeah.
And we came third.
Yeah.
So that was nice. And
Have you won a leg? Yeah.
No, a few seconds,
Yeah, okay.
a few thirds, yet to get the win.
This year.
So that'll
Yeah.
be the best one.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'll share it to my story. The best place to drink.
It's hard to be on then. The Levi girls are saying how obviously for the women's side, everyone sort of go to the pub of choice at the end of the week, end of the weekend. How does it work for the men? Same sort of vibe? Each sort of, how does that work? How does all the teams end up at the one spot?
Oh, I don't know how everyone ends up at the same spot. We usually just try and do our own thing, to be honest.
Yeah, okay.
We get an Aussie squad together. We'll say, we either finish well or we did poor.
Yeah.
So that'll determine, I guess, how many beers we have to start. But we usually say, no, we just Google somewhere or someone knows someone from the area.
Yeah.
And we'll just do our own thing. And before you know it, somehow, all the teams are there. How did this happen?
Have you made any good friends from the other teams?
Yeah, a couple. I'm good mates with Boom for now from New Zealand.
Yeah.
He's a great fella.
Who? Full name?
Leroy Carter. He
Oh,
used to play
Yeah.
for Hogs over
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And Shawnee from South Africa, we're good mates because we did a bit of a pre-season camp there. So, you just slowly, it's kind of hard actually because you all stay in the same hotel.
Yeah.
And you kind of like, before you play, you're not matey all the time,
Yeah.
you know?
It's a hard dynamic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very formal, hey mate.
Yeah.
Like, that's about it.
Seriously. Yeah.
Because you're about to go out there and try and flog each other. So it's tough, but as soon as it's all done and dusted, you try and have a beer together and enjoy the times that you had.
And obviously, new season just around the corner. That's the thing. The joy about your season, your game, is the Olympics is done, dusty. But you start Dubai first, start. Or
Yep. Dubai, Cape Town, first 2 legs.
When do you start training again? When's it all happen?
Monday. Yeah.
Monday, back into it.
into it on
Holy.
Monday. So back into the pre-season grind and
Any new guys come in? It was all same sort of squad from Olympics.
pretty similar squad.
Yeah, cool.
There'll be a couple of young guys that I think will get a really good opportunity this year.
Nice.
I think James McGregor, young half.
He's a good young kid.
Yeah, got a couple of games this season, and
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing him play this year. A guy called Hayden played under 20s. I think you might have called him.
Yeah. Ekin.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I think I'm really looking forward to seeing him.
He's a big
him
boy
play.
too.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
huge. So the more and more times he spends getting a full development, I'm excited to see him play.
And also the big news in your program, you don't have a coach currently.
Yeah.
Dominetti's heading over to San Diego, the
Yeah.
MLR.
Yeah.
No one's been hired yet.
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah,
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
So yeah, just wait and see.
not
A
At
nice surprise on Monday, eh? I'm your new coach.
yeah, that's a different dynamic too. You sort of got to, if it is someone external, you sort of got to. It's a fresh canvas. You got to
Yeah,
sort of impress
yeah.
yourself again. Like,
Yeah,
you know, it's
absolutely.
Like, and now you're
Absolutely.
bond, and a new coach comes in, you got to fucking start again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Systems change,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, it's the same as any workplace or
Exactly,
environment
yeah.
that, a
Yeah.
new boss comes in or someone gets sacked and, it's a clean plate, start fresh.
Yeah.
How was did you play Perth Sevens?
Yep,
last year?
yep.
Yeah. How was the Aussie league? It looked
Yeah,
like
that
a good
was,
vibe.
it was bloody awesome.
Yeah.
It obviously helped that the 2 Aussie teams made the final and
Yep.
there was a great atmosphere there. I really enjoyed it. It was great and, it's really nice staying in your home country. We stayed close to the beach, so it's nice to try and keep your morning routine the same, go for a swim, grab a coffee and get ready for the day.
How good. So I guess now the Olympics Paris is done, but the attention turns to LA. What are you, 26 now?
Yep.
So LA is very doable.
Yeah.
Is that sort of, I know it's a long way, but that's sort of your goal?
Yeah, absolutely. As long as the body can stay fit and healthy,
Yeah.
then for sure. Don't see why not.
They'll do it well too in LA.
Yeah. No, fingers crossed.
I like it.
There'll definitely be Maccas at that one. I'm sure of it.
Yeah,
I'm sure of it.
Yeah, I reckon they'll do a real good job. Obviously, we played you 15s, then you played a lot of 7s at Bond. Is the door on 15s, what's your opinion on 15s now? Would you ever, that sort of interest you at all now? Now you're just strictly 7s.
No, it definitely interests me for sure.
Yeah.
I love both.
Yeah.
It's a question I get asked a fair bit,
Yeah.
What do you prefer and why? I enjoy both aspects. In 7s, you get a little bit more of probably an individual flair that you get to showcase. While sometimes in 15s, it might be more of a mental battle, like a game of chess on field position and setting up a team to play this play, and then the next time you might go out the back. So yeah, I enjoy both aspects.
Before we move on to some other stuff, I want to touch on of you two together. Some of the most electric footballers on a field together. You play with each other a few years, especially in the 7s scene. How good is it playing with this bloke?
Yeah, it was awesome.
The dynamic duo.
Bro, you two together on the field, fuck, it was good to watch.
Yeah, it was
good.
It was good to play in as well. And like when we come up against other teams, like you could tell they hated it.
Yeah.
I'll be on one side of the field, they look at the other
That was
side,
the
and he's
issue.
over there, and they're like, oh fuck.
It's a lose-lose.
Yeah, no, it's nice, when you have a combination with someone and
100%.
it gets to the point where you don't have to talk.
Yeah.
Like I know if I give Rian a good pass, he's going to go see a whack back and I'm there for that inside ball or vice versa. He knows.
I just pictured that happening straight away.
It was like that's exactly what it was like. I was always like a bit like up and down, but he was like the steady head.
It's sort of the yin to the yang, to be honest.
100%. That's exactly what it was. And then if I was like off, he was on. So like it just like we just complimented each other heaps.
Did you play first grade 15s together, or were you too young? When was?
I think I was at Tigers that year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was playing league.
Yeah, I don't think so, unfortunately.
Gotcha. All right, we'll move along off you for a little bit, Sargi. We'll get to some other stuff. Bit of news items. Of course, I'll start with someone that you know very well, Mark Nawani into Wasi. Roosters debut. It went exactly how us Union fans thought. He's going to be something special, eh?
Yeah. Straight away, like, I was just like, he's done it.
Yeah.
That was it. He
Yeah,
scored
yeah.
that try, diffused the try.
Yeah.
Any critic or anyone that had any doubts, mouth shut up.
Yeah, literally
That's
straight
it.
away. Yeah.
Just an absolute weapon. If I can keep talking on Marky, it was like when we're in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Because we're on the bench together. Every time he's like, Matt, if I just give me the ball early, and I promise you, I'll get it back to you. And we hadn't played a lot, so our combination probably wasn't great. But I just remember gave him a ball, runs down the sideline against Argentina, gets one bloke, Fen gets another, and I was on the
That
inside.
was back on the inside, eh?
Yeah. 3 blokes on him, and I changed my line going, there's no way he's going to get this away. And then just boom, over the top, offload.
Yeah.
What a
astronomical.
Because he's a big fucker too. 6'4", 6.
He is
Yeah.
massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an absolute unit. Just that Sonny Bill type build.
Yeah.
And you just look at them and go, you're an athlete, you know?
Yeah.
You know what reminded me of that? It's going to be like Israel Folau crossfield kicks in league. It's that sort of AFL almost up in the air.
Bro, I think he's like the best in the air that there was in Union.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's from a Union point of view, it's a big loss for us.
Oh,
But,
100%.
yeah,
100%.
we cooked that. But yeah, I'm interested to see how he goes.
Well, like, he got over Tyrone Munro. He's not a short fella.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I'd love to know the height that he got to catch that ball.
Is he going to play this week for finals? They're going to use him for like.
I'm not sure. It might depend on Dom Young. Dom
Yeah,
Young's
okay.
fitness. I think he's got a bit of a
true.
niggle at the
Surely
moment.
you'd want to use him in finals footy, man.
You'd be
Jeez.
how would you?
Yeah,
How would you say no
not?
after that
Yeah,
performance?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to get your take on that. Obviously, very talented footballer. Bit of news around as well. The Rugby Championship format has changed. Have you seen this? In the next,
No.
so they're going to play in alternate years. So it won't be in 2026. They're going to do long tours with South Africa and New Zealand. So you're going to have next year they'll play it, but it won't be in 2026.
What do you mean long tours?
Yeah.
Like they're going...
Well, they're going to do it. One like
Europe?
New Zealand, South Africa, 8-week tours in that window.
Okay.
Talking about obviously us doing Wallabies versus England in that time as well. I think it's a bit of a shame, personally. What do you sort of think?
Yeah, well, I don't want to see it go.
It's almost New Zealand saying Australia's not good. Let's play South Africa all the time. But
Yeah, what the hell?
I don't know.
I think it's bad.
Yeah, it's the first I've heard of it. So
Interesting.
Shit for Australian rugby. Shit for people in Australia watching rugby.
But then the alternative is like England will come here and they'll play against like a British Lions sort of vibe. You play the Reds, play Australia. But
But I don't think that even brings as much
No.
attraction as some of those, like Australia versus New Zealand is still always going to be one of
I
the
think they'll
best
still
rivalries.
do. I think they'll still do Bledisloe.
Yeah.
But
what about the Anzac test? Does that get approved?
that was the next thing. Yeah, Anzac Day test in Perth.
Approved?
Approved? Yeah.
Yeah, wow. I think it's awesome.
That's gonna be cool.
I think
eh?
it's great.
Yeah, that's sick.
We need that to compete against that Anzac Day.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Now you got something on Anzac Day where, every Australian and New Zealander's already...
And that will challenge the numbers in the league.
Oh,
I reckon.
yeah, definitely.
Obviously.
Yeah, well, the closest thing is whoever the Warriors play from Australia. Like
Storm.
Oh, is it?
I'm pretty sure it's
Well,
Warriors
they
Storm.
normally do, but it was different this year. Warriors played someone
Oh,
else.
yeah, it was different. Yeah,
But now you've got an Australian and New Zealand.
It's always
you know.
Dragons Roosters. That's the big one.
Yeah. But now, you've got the
Yeah,
cross
100%.
Tasman match that would be unreal, I think.
And over in Perth too. Perth seems to be the spot for rugby.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, it's awesome. They got so many great stadiums, and
True.
I don't know why you wouldn't want to go there.
And then do that. I think it's going to do that same aligned with Super Round as well.
Right.
So Super Round's going to be in Perth.
Oh, they're going to move to Perth.
Yeah.
Oh, that's way better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good.
Melbourne
I think that's
was-
great.
Yeah, Melbourne.
Yeah, didn't get great
They were
grades,
caking
did
it,
it?
eh?
Yeah, not good. So that'll be exciting. So Perth dominating all on that front. Let's talk about a bit of Rugby Championship on the weekend, boys. And South Africa, they've done it again against your Kiwis. 18-12 against the All Blacks. It was 9-3 at half time. New Zealand were up. New Zealand didn't score a try. Are we concerned here? What's going on, mate?
Like you've seen it already all through the media. Mills Muliaina's trying to sort of defend them, and then everyone's just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Like, the standard that New Zealanders have for the All Blacks is just too high, and you're never gonna please it unless you don't lose.
Yeah, you're right.
So, I mean, if we're going up against, like Mills said, this is the best team in the world at the moment, and to be losing against them when we are so off.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not terrible.
Over there too.
Yeah.
You know?
And I feel like the All Blacks are off at the moment. Like, it's definitely not what you expect from a typical All Blacks team. Like, we're making errors that we'd never normally make. So I think for us to be this off and still be competing this well,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not really panicking.
You gotta remember
at all.
new coach too, Razor. They're
Yeah.
still fine in their groove.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Australia's, still taking their time, and New Zealand's no different.
Yeah.
I
new
feel
coach.
like you're right. Listen to all the media stuff. Fuck, they fall in a hole.
Oh, bro.
It's the end of the world.
Yeah, no, it's always like that.
Yeah.
If New Zealand loses like 2 consecutive games, the whole public is just like, fucking, what the fuck is going on there?
Yeah, it's wild. Obviously, this is the first time. So the Box now beat New Zealand 4 times in a row, which shows how good they are. Do you watch the game at all, highlights or anything?
Watch the mini match,
Yeah. The Box scramble D. Like, they just ever find a way to tackle every time.
bro. Still, I don't know how you beat the Box at the moment.
Did you see that stat today about the tackles?
No.
They missed 37 tackles, let in no tries.
The Box did.
Did
Yeah.
they let in no tries? Is that right?
No, yeah. New
Yeah,
Zealand
no
scored.
try.
Yeah,
It's not a
37.
try
They
at
missed
all.
37 tackles, but their scramble D
Yeah.
let in no
And
tries.
that's what I was saying. Like, the line speed was so good. They have just rushed them and
Yeah.
then trust the inside man every time.
Yeah.
It's nuts. But, yeah.
Yeah, I still don't know how anyone beats them at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, because even when you do go in that tit for tat, if you make a little mistake, they are so rapid on the edges, they're gonna score a try.
Yeah.
They're like, their outside backs at the moment are fucked.
And Pollard can kick him from everywhere, too.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Like, and then you've got their forward dominance, the most dominant forward pack in world rugby.
Thoughts? Are you going to stick with DMAC at 10? Like, do you change it now or do you just keep doing what you're doing?
I mean, when you sign up as a coach, you're not looking for the first year for like an instant gratification. You're looking towards the World Cup. So I think if you're going to make that decision, it has to be made sooner rather than later if you're working towards that 4 years.
You're a man that's obviously watched a lot of DMAC, being a 10 yourself.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, it's up to the coach, really. Personally, I prefer when you stick with someone, let them find their rhythm. And I don't think he's playing terrible. It's not like he's
he's not.
he's
really.
doing stuff that I'm like, get rid of him. Like,
Yeah,
I agree with Rian that you pick someone for a reason. They've shown enough that they're going to ride out the highs and lows. So you got to pick them and stand by them.
I did see somewhere though, I don't know if it's a credible source, that he's got that sabbatical in his clause.
Okay.
And
So you're going to go to Japan coming
possibly.
up. Right. Him and Richie swap.
Well, I mean, Richie's amazing as well. I don't think there's much loss in losing either, but yeah, you want to solidify one leading into the World Cup so that, you've got that steady head.
Yeah.
Are you worried about the Bledders though, mate? We could got you this year.
Nah,
Wallabies.
definitely not. Not after watching the
Oh,
Wallabies.
well, you mentioned we're getting
And the
to-
first half, it was like, oh, they look all right.
Yeah. We'll get into that. So Argentina 67, Australia 27. The Wallabies are up 20-3 after 30 minutes. It was 20-17 at half time, and then the biggest second half collapse I've ever seen. Sarge, I'll start with you. Takeaways on this?
Yeah, obviously disappointing for Australian rugby. But, you know, they've already come out. Like, that's not us. It's not who they are. It's not who we want to be known as. Regardless, I'm enjoying some of the shape that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying the change-up. Like, something obviously needs to change.
Yeah.
Like, we've done poorly the last couple of years. You can't keep on the same trajectory. Something needs to change, whether it's your shape or your style of play or your kicking tactics. And you already hear Noah talk about, you know, we're already looking at different options, whether it be the crossfield kicks or inside balls. I'm enjoying the shape that I'm seeing at the moment. Obviously disappointing. A couple of defensive efforts at the end there. You know, you look at the positives. They say it, you know, possibly the best 30 minutes we've produced in a long time, but unfortunately 30 minutes doesn't win you a rugby game.
Yeah.
Rick?
100%. I think you've nailed it on the head there, eh? Like, the structure and the shape that we're running at the moment, like eyes up footy, but then we're just having lapses on our exits. Like,
That was the issue. Yeah.
the issue on the weekend was exits and kickoff, like regaining kickoffs.
Yeah.
Like, and that's where I think the game just turned around, because once you give the RGs the ball inside your 22, it's hard to get it back off them.
Yeah.
And you guys know better than anyone. When you're on the back foot there and they're rolling, man, it's impossible to stop.
Right.
It's just-
And they become like a different team.
Yeah.
Just start running way harder.
the crowd gets behind
The
them.
crowd gets behind,
yeah.
and they start doing all this freakish
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Like, they're like Fijians, bro. Literally, like watching that game. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, holy shit, these guys are like Fijians when they get a roll on.
They're just emotional.
Exactly.
You let them get
Yeah,
a
that's
roll and
what
they're
it is, eh?
untouchable.
Yeah.
You know, but you weather the storm and all of a sudden they go into their shell a bit.
Yeah, well, you played Argentina many times.
Yeah.
Would you describe
Yeah,
them?
that sums it up.
Yeah.
Like, super emotional. You know, everywhere we go, they've got one of the biggest support crowds in
Really?
the
Yeah.
stadium. Like, every time we line up against them, there's Argentinians hanging over the fence singing their team
A
song.
leg there would be cool. What's
Yeah,
leg?
yeah, it would be very cool.
Passionate
actually.
as a
Yeah, so passionate. Like, all of their fans. But yeah, France was the first time I've ever heard them booed, which was actually quite a nice.
Yeah, well, that was
nice
of course
surprise.
the incident.
Yeah,
with
the
someone.
soccer incident. I think.
What happened?
I don't really know the true story.
No, it wasn't in the rugby. I thought it was the Madrid leg. There was an incident between France and Argentina.
Oh
in the
yeah,
final.
that probably added to it too.
I thought that. Yeah.
Well, the Argentinian fans were just booing.
No, the French fans were all booing the
At
Argentinians.
the Olympics.
Oh,
And it was the
really?
first time I've ever heard like them booed.
And it was loud too. You could hear on the broadcast.
yeah,
right?
it was very loud.
The big talking point out of the Wallabies game is obviously the picking the overseas players. We've only got Korobetti as the one. Do you think we need to be getting these guys in or stick with the local guys? What's your take on that, Sarge?
I probably believe what Schmidt's got in mind. You know, he's obviously trying to pick and encourage Australian players.
Yeah.
Which I think is great for longevity.
Yeah.
You're trying to promote Australian rugby. Everyone talks about grassroots when we're promoting our own players.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's great.
It's a bad look. You want guys to play super, and then you go pick your Skeltons, your Arnolds.
Yeah,
but
yeah, exactly. When we're so early, like
Yeah.
we're so far away from the long-term goal, which will obviously be the next World Cup. You got to let things build.
yeah, I'm happy with how Schmidt's going.
Do you reckon it comes down to like a systematic failure from Super Rugby? Because Super Rugby is such a sped up game that once we get into the test level versing the teams like South Africa, Georgia, those bigger packs, like they are just massive bodies.
Yeah.
And our forward packs are just getting dominated. Do you
Yeah.
think that
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Super Rugby sort of needs to bring it back so that we can produce bigger players that can play 80 minutes of
We're
rugby?
just saying, obviously, super's a lot faster and less physical than test
Yeah.
footy, and that we're not adapting.
Yeah, and I think that like you look at our forward back and we all like lean, like look like.
And that's
slims.
why they say you need a Skelton, you Arnold, you big
Yeah,
French
yeah,
boy playing
exactly.
a French rugby.
Bro, look at that Springbok pack.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the style of footy is forever changing. You know, you wouldn't have said that 5 years ago when All Blacks in Australia were dominating.
Yeah, true.
You know, you would have said, "Oh, thank God we've got fast, fit, ball playing forwards." Where South Africa just changed the game with what they've done and the bomb squad that they call it.
Literally changed
just-
the game.
And they're like a hybrid too. Like,
Bro, they have changed the game. The amount of box kicks that you see every team using when they get out to the 40, that was actually something that I was annoyed about in the first like minute of the Aussie game. They got that kick off. Jeremy Williams gets that good break. They're on front foot ball. And then they start slowing it down and setting up for a boxy. They're already on the 40.
just keep it moving.
Yeah,
But I think
once you're
it's-
on the front foot,
I think it's like playing to what you got too. You know, they know they got big boys. Like
Yeah.
why would they play a fast paced game?
yeah, true.
You know, you see the call in the World Cup scrum
Yeah.
when he marks
Yeah,
22.
yeah.
They go, yep, we'll just take our time, get there, scrum, make their forwards run.
Yeah.
Like we're going to play to us, and That's the biggest thing, I think, playing to what you got.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah, I don't think that score reflects how we're going.
Nah, not at all.
Against the RGs.
Like, I just feel like, I don't know, it's not all doom and gloom, is my point.
Nah, not
Yeah,
at all.
no, I don't think. Well, that first half, you're thinking,
We
fuck,
were right.
we're on there.
Yeah, because I saw the first half and I had to go work and oh, sweet, going to win 2 on the road.
Yeah.
2 on the road, but yeah, anyway. So
Yeah, if you stop watching at the first half and then you seen the final score, you would be thinking, what the fuck?
how? Yeah,
What just happened?
literally. Obviously, no games this week, so no previews, but next game will be All Blacks Australia, which would be in Sydney.
In Sydney.
Yeah. Are you going to go? You'll be around?
I'd like to. I think it's out west in Penrith.
Is that a core, isn't it?
Yeah,
The big
cool.
one?
That's on. Yeah, I'd like to.
Yeah, bloody oath. Yeah, that'd be good. All right, so a couple other topics. Dylan Riley, boys. I want to touch on him. He's absolutely carving up for Japan. Someone you know pretty well. He's got mate of yours, eh?
Yeah, one of my best
Fuck,
mates.
he's going well, eh?
Yeah, he's killing it. It's disappointing to think we lost
I
him.
know, yeah.
And I did find it pretty funny that rugby.com.au posted his highlight when he's an Australian player.
That's where I saw it, eh? I just seen someone just taking off. I was
I
like,
think we...
Because he played Oz 20s, didn't he, with us?
Yeah, played Oz 20s and was at the Reds and...
You've heard the story. They offered him peanuts and he said, no.
Yeah, he was just stuck. They had great centres at the time with Duncan and Samu.
Yeah.
Just got stuck and obviously got a better offer overseas and took it. So
He's done well, for sure.
he's absolutely killing it.
yeah, bro.
Two or three titles over there
Yep.
with Panasonic, starting outside centre for Japan, and
Yeah.
they're obviously just evolving and getting better and better as the years go on.
Is
I'm
this
pretty
that-
sure he's regarded as one of the best outside centres in World Rugby
I
at
was
the
going to say,
moment as well.
come that 27 World Cup, man, when he hits his sort of peak,
Yeah.
fucking look out, man. He will
Yeah.
be, one of the best.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Because do you think if he was in Super Rugby, he's challenging Ikatal, etc.?
100%.
Yeah.
No doubt about it in my mind at all.
Really?
Well, that was the big battle in our year of school.
Oh, at GBS?
Dill at 13
Yeah.
and Lenny at 13 for
What-
BBC.
Oh, BBC.
Dill at TSS, and yeah, that was the matchup of the year.
How'd that go?
Dill and Lenny. Yeah, it was good. TSS got the win.
Yeah, there we go.
But yeah,
True,
no,
interesting.
that was the big like matchup.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that caught my eye. Anything else caught your eye, mate, in the social scene? What's happening in your world?
I've been
Yeah.
not on my phone very much.
What about you, Sarge? Anything going on?
No, that was it. I watched the Japan game actually, and Dill had more than that highlight.
Yeah.
I think he had 2 try assists and
Yeah.
and then that individual bit of brilliance. So
Oh, actually, my fantasy's back up.
Oh, yeah, the NFL.
Yep, I beat Ronan by 1 point.
There you go. You're alive.
And it was because of my kicker and my defense.
Really?
Yeah, because the rest of my team went dog shit. I picked the Bears defense,
Yeah, right.
and the Bears didn't score an offensive point.
Do you get around the NFL or college or American sports?
no,
not you.
No, I never got into the NFL. Unfortunately, there's a few boys in the team that love the fantasy as well. But
Oh, it's so good.
did my first year of NRL fantasy.
Okay.
But, I just couldn't get into the NFL.
Right, yeah.
Just
That's
never
how you
worked.
have to do it. You just have to chuck yourself into the NFL fantasy, and you'll end up becoming a fan
You
straight
see
up.
people like literally obsessed with it. I don't get into it
Yeah,
personally either.
I
but-
think I'm gonna start getting obsessed with it
Well,
again.
yeah. Also, the Bears though.
The Bears.
1 for 1, baby. You happy with that?
Yeah. That was pretty bad though.
It was very bad, but you won.
Yeah, we won, but it was not looking good.
You got the dub, mate.
Who's your NFL team?
I actually don't have one. I'm still looking for one, so maybe you can get me on board, mate.
Pick the Jets.
Yeah, they're going well. So you see them today?
Yep.
Yeah, no good. So talk about NRL finals quickly. You also, I know you follow your rugby league. What are we thinking about this heading into finals week 1? Who do you-
I'm a big Roosters fan now that
Are
I'm
you?
in Sydney. Yeah,
Really?
Big Roosters fan.
Yeah, right.
Marky Mark probably helps.
Yeah.
Helps that equation. But yeah, disappointing that they lost a few.
Yeah.
2 ACLs, 1 game. That hurts.
Who did they? Oh, Walker.
Walker and Brennan Smith.
Mm.
That's disappointing. It's tough. Tough for the both of them. I love looking at like for and against at this time of year.
Yeah.
And outside of Storm, it was only really Roosters that had a great for and against.
Right, yeah.
Which I love looking at. I think it's usually a pretty good indicator.
Okay.
And what do they say? The finalist or the winner has been in the top 4 the last like 10 years. Is that what they said?
Something like that, I don't know. Yeah. Makes sense.
So yeah, that was my pick. Otherwise, it's out of
The Storm looking sharp, man. Oh,
You can't count out Penrith at the moment though. With
is Killery coming back? What's Nate?
not sure.
What is the top 8? I haven't been following along well.
Storm, Roosters, Panthers. Who's 4?
Cowboys.
Cowboys home final this weekend.
Knights made it.
Dogs.
Doggies.
Doggies.
There's one other. Is it Manly?
Manly. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roosters are growing on me as well. Bro, their forward pack is just a bunch of tough cunts.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Big boys.
Lenu, Collins, Warrior, Hargreaves.
When they're full strength.
Yeah.
You look at the squad
Crichton,
list, you go,
yeah.
holy.
Well, they got
Yeah.
Panthers Friday night, so that'd be a good one.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
What else? So what's next for you, mate? How long are you here for on the coast?
Fly back first thing Sunday morning.
Okay, lovely.
Get ready and back into training Monday
into
morning.
it.
So,
Where do you guys? Are you based at Allianz? No.
like the Rugby Australia building's right next to Allianz.
Okay, yeah.
And we usually train there at Kippax, the same field as the Roosters.
Yeah.
But it's been getting renovations at the moment, so we've been training at Centennial Park,
Oh, cool.
which is quite nice. Yeah.
Yeah, good spot.
Yeah,
Where,
it's awesome.
where are you living down in Sydney?
I'm in Maroubra.
Oh yeah, nice.
So, yeah.
You still surfing and stuff?
Yeah, close to the beach, and
Yeah.
that's half the reason why I picked
Yeah.
Maroubra, close to the beach. Still get to surf and take the dog down for a swim.
How's the adaptation been from the GC to Sydney life?
Yeah,
Did it take a bit or?
Yeah, for sure. Everyone goes, "What do you prefer?"
Yeah.
And it's really hard to say when
Yeah.
like all your family and friends that you've grown up with aren't there, so that makes it tough. But I enjoy how busy.
You do enjoy
It sounds funny.
Yeah.
But like that, there's
I
always something
hated
on.
the day. But I was only there for like little stints, so I never like got used to it. But
Yeah, you
the
probably got to
busyness
find a bit
was
of a
like,
rhythm.
yeah.
But like I enjoy that. There's always stuff to do. Like, oh yeah, let's go watch the NRL. Like just at Allianz there, or there's just always something to do. Whether it's you go to the cricket or you go to the AFL, or there's just always stuff
That's
on
true, yeah.
and keep you busy. Or there's markets every weekend down at the beach.
Yeah.
So I enjoy that side of things. Traffic in Sydney, not so much.
Yeah, you got your own car, like you're driving around? You
Yeah,
hop in it?
I just drive.
Yeah, right. You just
Yeah,
got thing is a good deal with the day.
that's pretty crap.
Yeah, fuck.
But yeah, it's not too bad on the scheme of things.
Also, you did a European trip post the Olympics.
Yeah.
That was a good time. How was that?
Yeah, it was awesome. One of the time of our lives. I
Yeah.
think that we both get time off work and get to travel, and something I'm sure we'll look back on forever and say, remember that time.
Yeah. Favorite spot?
Tough one, probably a tied battle between Milos and Priano.
Yeah.
Milos and Greek and Italy for Priano. Both just scenically unreal. Always something to do, good food.
Yeah.
That's all I really ask for.
Such a romantic guy. Eh?
He is. Yeah, very romantic. Anything from you before I look to fire some rapid fire at him?
No, we good.
I want to ask you, obviously, probably you got a lot of new fans have seen the Aussie Sevens men for the first time at the Olympics that have, casual viewer, they watch the footy and have enjoyed what you guys are putting out. What can we expect from the Aussie Sevens in the new World Series? What do you think? How are we looking?
Yeah, onwards and upwards. I think we had a really great year that just set a great foundation, and you see how close. Well, the men's competition is just so tough.
Yeah, 100%.
So even, man.
as a
Anyone
whole,
can win
Yeah.
any tournament.
There's no game where you go out going, we can rotate these guys on. It's every game is do or die.
Yeah.
And you see it in the results.
Yeah.
Teams go up and down the whole year.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to it, and I have no doubt if we can put together 5-6 strong performances, then look out.
Yeah, imagine that, man. Oh.
Yeah.
Have we ever won the World Series? Once.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. That was a few years ago, wasn't it?
2 years ago, I think.
Yeah, it was recent.
Not too long.
Yeah.
Obviously Maloof's hang up the boots too.
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah. Moosey's done.
he was a player I always like to watch.
He just sums up the Australian icon of a footy player, doesn't he? Never
Yeah.
gives up.
Yeah.
Gritty, just hardworking. Sums up an Australian footy player for me.
Have you had any other guys move on post Olympics? Besides,
No, not that I'm aware of yet.
No.
Anyway.
Okay, that's good. Good call group still.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's exciting. All right, Sarge, a little rapid fire to finish. Anything else from you, Reeve?
No.
All right, mate. Good to see you. You sound healthy tonight too.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, Sarge, let's go here. Outside of footy, so what's some of your hobbies? Obviously, we know, but what's someone that
Yeah.
would like to do?
Now surfing's my number one.
Yep.
So that's why I moved to Maroubra,
Yep.
close to the surf, and out there with the Bra boys. Everyone gives me a bit of crap for.
Yeah.
Now that's my number one. Go to the beach, go for a surf, go for a walk, take the dog down.
Yeah.
Just
You're
easy.
just a
way.
wholesome guy, aren't you?
Nah.
Wholesome
It's just my.
Yeah, he is. You got into the golf vibe when you get around the golf. You did much?
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm no good at it.
No good. Okay.
I enjoy it. I enjoy the social side of it.
Yeah.
I feel that.
But I'm a terrible golfer.
Yeah, okay.
Terrible.
All right, I've asked a few times for a few guys every time they come on. Have you got the biggest night out? You got 3 teammates who's come with you?
Oh, teammates. Current team?
Well, I don't know. Past, present, whatever.
Oh, wow. That's tough. We're going night out.
You're
It's like-
going on a big night out. man.
Party?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Dietrich Roach.
Okay, yeah, he has a crack.
Yeah. Josh Walker. If you remember Josh.
Yeah, facts.
Maybe a bit of a yin and yang there. Oh, no, you put me on the spot here.
Sort of the point, yeah.
And Moose. Moose is good value on a night out.
Moose.
Nick Maloof.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, lovely. What's something no one knows about you,
Oh, wow.
if anything comes to mind?
That's tough. Lived in Singapore for a few years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's probably
you
one
go.
not too many people know.
Oh, you're a bit of racing man, eh? You like the ponies?
Yeah, well, Dad was a jockey.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah,
There's another, you gonna go to Everest and stuff in Sydney? Are you down there?
maybe. Yeah, maybe.
around that.
I'd like to.
Bloody
May
hell.
as well take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Whilst I'm down there.
What's something you want to achieve in your career before you retire?
A win on the World Series or an overall
Yep.
win is number one.
Okay, I like it. Post footy, what do you? I know you obviously had a career before you did all this.
Yeah.
Post footy, do you know what you want to try and do? Has anything changed?
Yeah, probably construction.
Yep.
I really enjoyed that before I ended up
Mm-hmm.
getting into footy a bit later. So yeah, that's probably what I'll do. I find it similar in a way. You probably know that. You know, there's still a team environment, and
Yep.
there's no different that you go, hey Ree, why didn't you do that?
Yeah.
You know, it's just a good team environment where
Yep.
you make bonds and friendships and you rely on each other. So yeah, I find it not too dissimilar to footy.
I like it. And finally, what's something on the life bucket list you want to check off outside footy? You know, what's on the bucket list that you want to get done, Sarge?
That's a great question.
Oh, we've been speaking about this a lot lately.
There we
Actually, I'd love to do Egypt.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, facts. Same.
Yeah.
Or a really nice safari in South Africa somewhere.
Yeah.
Those are the two.
Should we go together?
Yeah.
Your shout. Nah.
Well, why ask the question? Anything? What about you, mate?
Yes, literally the same.
Yeah.
I just
As
I
if.
want to go on, I swear to God, go to Egypt and go on a safari. That's the only two things
Go see the pyramids.
that I've locked in. Yeah, pyramids, and then go on a safari. You see like animals, because I'm like mad into documentaries and that.
Yeah, there you go. Lovely. All right, that's pretty much all I've got today. Bit of a short and sharp. Thank you, Sarge. Appreciate
No
you
problem.
coming,
Thanks for having me.
mate. Thank you, Ree. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, I'll come with a better voice.
No, you did well today. You talked a lot today. That's good.
Yeah, I tried.
Thank you, Sarge. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Get rid of the sternum law.